What's up, YouTube? Got some changes coming on the bike. Heading over to the garage right now. Beautiful sunny day here in South Central PA. We are upgrading the air cleaner on the 114. Check it out. All right. What's up, YouTube? Install video today. Getting rid of this ventilator and replacing it with some proven performance from S&S. Let's dig in. All right, let's see what we got. So I have the stock ventilator air cleaner on there still, and I've replaced the filter twice, and apparently last time I replaced the filter I didn't Loctite because I was riding last weekend and the whole damn thing fell off. I thought I ran over a shoe or something. I looked back and saw something flopping behind me and didn't realize that my air cleaner was missing until I got to the gas station. So what do we got? We got the S&S, what is it, Stinger? The Stinger Ringer. So we'll take this bad boy apart. Back plate. This one's model number 1700714 Alpha. Air cleaner kit, Stealth Air Stinger. Anodized ring, 2017 to 23 M8 models. It's got the open front, which is the whole reason I got this one. A little more air, surface air area, surface filter area. It's got the whole ring filter, and then the center filter facing away from the bike. I think it looks pretty dope. So we'll have that, and then the anodized ring around the outside. A little flare of fanciness. So when it all goes together, this will be around here. This will be around here. It'll be looking like that. So hold tight. I'll get everything torn apart. All right. First thing first, take the old one off, which doesn't have a filter in it at the current time because my filter got smushed after it fell off because I'm an idiot. Red Loctite. Hell, even blue Loctite would have been. Anyway, I don't like this one anyway. I don't like this shape of air filter. I don't like that the whole thing's basically covered. I don't like this stupid 114 badge. Some people might. It doesn't look as bad as some of the factory ones, but in my humble opinion, they could do better. They choose not to because they know your dumbass will buy it for crazy prices aftermarket. I don't know how the hell they fell out. That shit's in there now. Choo. 2 bolts, take off the faceplate, yada yada yada. You guys know what the hell the deal is. So this thing's all scratched up, so I can't even resell it unless I repowder coat it, because it fell off the bike. So I'll put a little B screen on there for the time being. Fell off the bike, got all scuffed up. I guess it could be fixable. Maybe I can resell it. We shall see. So these have red Loctite on them. Well, that's pretty loose. Another thing I like about the S&S is, since it's round, it's smaller. It shows more of your cylinders. I mean, you get to see your jugs, and everybody likes to see the motor. It's the pretty part. And if you'll see, I have a nice little scuff here in my tank. Somebody decided that they were gonna open their door into my bike. So that's a nice little $800 insurance claim that I gotta deal with and figure out when I'm gonna choose to not ride my bike for about a week, because I ride year round. I don't know about you guys. Here in PA, we get cold winters and stuff like that, but if you got proper gear, I have heated gloves and leathers, and you can ride year round, and I do. So now it's really nice out because it's spring and the days are in the 70s. It's about perfect riding weather, honestly. And of course, now I have to do this insurance claim for shit and figure out when I am gonna give my bike up for probably a week to get the tank either replaced or repainted, because it does have a dent in it also, so they need to check and make sure the internals are okay, which I would assume they are, but you know how that goes. All right, oil, Jimmy jobbers. Oil return lines are off, and now we got to get the inside. Okay, 11 millimeter. Makes no sense. I suggest doing these by hand, not using power tools. Last thing you want to do is strip out a bolt that's in your head. Back the camera off a little bit so I have some fucking room here. Take them out evenly, take your time. I was gonna go with the S&S teardrop, but for another $100, actually it was like $357 for the teardrop with the open face, the Stealth teardrop. For an extra, it was like $357. I think I got this one for $212. If it get lowered, fuck, that's hot. Can't see the justification there for that price difference. So that comes off, and then you have your throttle body, which mine is pretty dirty, so I'm gonna clean that up. All right, so I'm gonna wipe this surface down so your new gasket has good sealing. That'd be a nice time to replace that plastic freaking manifold in there. That's on the short list of things to do for this boy. Paint off of there. It's hot as, you know what? Hot as flamingo shit. Okie dokie. Ow. Don't love all this fucking grime in here. Why don't you come on out, bud? There you go. Getting surfaces are clean. Last thing you want to do is put a gouge in any of these machine surfaces, so just take it easy. Alright, so the S&S kit comes with everything you need to reinstall. You're not going to use your factory breather bolts. It does come with 2 new ones. Focus. Right there. So we got breather bolts, a couple plastic washers, the Allens for the filter install. We've got a metal cover kit that covers up ugly shit underneath. S&S sticker. Always got to get the stickers, man. So got this O-ring that goes in the back of the backing plate. You can put some lube or some Vaseline on there to hold that in place. Not the greatest fit for that O-ring, if I'm being honest. All right, so step one with this setup, putting this electrical hider behind here with self-tapping screw. Sure, this will be easy to do one-handed. Sitting on a bucket. Should be on the bench right now. There's a little boss that it holds it, or that holds it in place. I would also suggest doing this by hand. That's it. It's on. Alright, so next on the agenda is getting the 3 bolts and the breather bolts installed. Blue thread locker. Alright, so breather bolts, you're gonna use one on the back, one on the front of each of the rubber mounted washers. You're gonna use one on the back side of the breather bolt, one on the front side of the breather bolt. So put one on first. Put your breather bolt through. Put one on the back. Alright, I decided I'm going to try and just use a little dab of red Loctite to hold this gasket in place. You got to check for a gap in the back once you have it installed. And if the gap is more than the thickness of the rubber washer, then you're supposed to adjust, which means you got to take this thing off and on and off and on. So hopefully I don't have a gap. And we're just going to snug these so it holds itself in place. Snug. And then torque spec on these is 10 to 12 foot-pounds. These small ones, the 1/4 20 bolts that go, the 3 that go around where it seals here, here, and here, 72 inch-pounds. They do give you extra rubber washers in case you need to space it out more. But I don't see a gap at all behind mine, so the other bolts are right here. There's 3 of them. They also get Loctited. It's supposed to be blue, but I'm using red. Just will use a very little dab of red. All right, we got that all torqued down with my professional Harbor Freight torque wrench. Next step is going to be putting the filter on, because that's all that's left. These things always show up a little out of circular. I always put the seam on the bottom. I'm sure you guys do too, right? Yeah. Here's that bad boy. Our vortex cone. Just line that up in there. I think this is one of the sweetest looking air cleaners on the market, if you ask me. I don't like the see-through ones. Like, I don't know, just looks messy all the time. Not a fan. For you guys that do have them and do like them, more power to you. Not hating on them, just don't want to see how much oil is going into my throttle body all the time. Gonna also thread lock these because that shit will fall off. You're gonna need a 5/32 same as the inner 3. This one don't go nuts on. Don't want to collapse your filter. I know you guys have seen somebody who's over tightened their filter and you get those kinks in the mesh. You don't get those out. Looks good. So we're gonna crank that down till it's tight. Crank that down till it's tight. Seals in there nicely. Guys, thanks for watching, checking out the channel. As always, appreciate if you'd like and subscribe. We still have more of the build for Joel's Bobber Vulcan coming up over the next week or so, probably 2 weeks. But yeah, loving this S&S air cleaner. Great clean look, better breathing. Thanks for checking it out. Ride safe, seek and destroy.